Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name's Ian, you're on the channel Ian the Reader. Welcome or welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my February TBR. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. It is February 7th when I'm filming this. So I've already read some books. We're going to talk about those and I'm going to tell you that I've read them because I don't want to pretend that I'm like telling you, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to read this book. I have no idea how I'm going to feel about it. I've already read them, so there you go. Before we get into it though, let me know what you're hoping to read in February and if you have high hopes for it. I'm very excited about February. I've already read some great books and I have some more on the docket. It's gonna be a good month, I can feel it. Let's jump in. First up, we're gonna talk about all the books that I've already read. Like I said, I finished 4 books thus far in February, which I'm super excited about. They've all been pretty dang good, so let's talk about those. First up, I continued the Dark Tower series because I could not stop. It's basically all I think about at the moment. And I'm holding myself back from just finishing it in February because there are other books I need to get to. But I would love to just dig into this and finish the series. That being said, I have read both Song of Susanna and The Wind Through the Keyhole in the month already. I just zoomed through these in like a matter of like 2 days. I'm not going to tell you how I felt about these books because that would be a spoiler for my wrap-up. So we'll save my thoughts on it, but I will say Song of Susanna is book 6 of the Dark Tower of 7 main books. And The Wind Through the Keyhole is like 4.5. It was written after the fact, after book 7 had already been published. And there's like 10% of the book that takes place like within the chronologicalness of books 4 to 5. And the rest is like a story, and then a story within a story being told by one of the characters in the book. And so you technically could read it at any point. There are slight spoilers for book 4 if you read it before book 4, and I kind of wish that I had just read it after book 4 immediately. Somebody told me just to read it at the end of the series, but I really want the Dark Tower, the final book, to be like the last book I read in the Dark Tower series, so I decided to go ahead and throw it in between book 6 and 7, and I wish that I had read it after book 4 because it would have just felt better there. But anyway, we'll talk about that more later. That is just a whole different thing. But yeah, Song of Susanna and The Wind Through the Keyhole, continuing that. I would really love to just pick up the Dark Tower, the final book, and read it right now, but I have to get to other stuff. So we'll save it for March. It's gonna happen in March though. I'll also be continuing the Dungeon Crawler Carl series in February. My brothers and I are buddy reading the series. We're doing 2 a month. So this month we're reading books 3 and 4, and we've all already finished book 3. Won't tell you how I felt about it. But yeah, the series is so much fun. It is lit RPG, the most fun you could possibly have reading a book. The audiobooks are fantastic. Could not recommend them enough. They're by Matt Dinneman, and they're so well produced. So yeah, go check these books out. You won't regret it. So good. And then the final book that I have already read in February is The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I mentioned in my January wrap-up that I'm planning on doing a ranking and reviewing of all of Riley Sager's books. And so I read this for that. I've now read all of his books that are currently published. But yeah, there's the 4 books that I've already read for February. Let's talk about the ones I'm already reading currently or I'm planning to read going forward. There are a handful of books that I am continuing from January. I'll put those right here. These are books that I'm taking slowly, that I'm enjoying taking my time with, and I'm not in any rush to finish. I don't think I may finish one of them in February, but we'll see. I'm really taking my time with them, and I'm enjoying all 3 of them, so that's cool. But in addition to that, I also do plan on reading, probably this month, Middle of the Night by Riley Sager. So this is his upcoming book. It releases, I believe, in June, and I have an e-arc of this. So once I've read that, I will go ahead and film my review and ranking of all of his books. But I'm particularly excited about this one because it is his first time having a male protagonist. I think, he's published 7 other books. All 7 of his other novels have female protagonists. So I'm very interested to see if anything changes with this, if his writing feels different, or just the perspective really changes with that. Yeah, I'm curious. So we'll see how it is. I haven't heard any reviews yet. It's pretty early still. It doesn't come out for another like 5 months. But yeah, I'm hopeful. I've enjoyed a lot of Riley Sager's books, and hopefully this will be the best one yet. Let's go. One book that I have been meaning to read for ages, and it's on my 30 books to read before 30 list, is Dune by Frank Herbert. I have to read this book this month if I want to go into the Dune Part 2 movie having read it, because it comes out March 1st, and I really want to see it as soon as possible. So I would like to have read the book before then. I have seen Dune Part 1, so I kind of know part of the story. And I actually am really pleased by that because I've tried to read Dune in the past before, and my main issue with reading it was that it just really throws you into this sci-fi world. There are so many like terms and things that just like, it doesn't really explain, it just throws you into it and you're like, what's a Bene Gesserit or whatever it is, and you have no idea. So now that I've seen the movie, I feel like I have some good context for the book, and I can jump in and be like, okay, yeah, I know kind of what's going on here, I know who this person is, so it'll prepare me to read it more easily because I'm a child and need my hand held by cinema. So yeah, very excited about Dune. I've heard really great things. It was my dad's favorite book that he read last year, and aside from that, lots of people really enjoy this, so I'm very hopeful. I don't think I'll read like the expanded Dune universe just because it's a lot and I've heard it really dips in quality, but I will at the very least read Dune and then Dune Messiah. So yeah. Speaking of long books that I've wanted to read for some time though, we have Shogun by James Clavell. This is the book that I'm least likely to read this month. The reason I want to do it is because the show is coming out for Shogun this month at some point. But if I'm being honest with myself, I'm probably not going to watch the show anytime soon because I'm really bad about watching TV shows. I'll get super excited about an adaptation for a show, and so I'll read the book for it, and then I won't ever watch the show. If the show gets really good reviews, then I'll probably watch it at some point. But I would like to read the book at the very least because I've heard amazing things about this, and it's on my 24 books to read in 2024 list, so I will probably read it this month, but there's a chance I won't. We'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, based on January, I'm not the best at sticking to my TBR, so we'll see what happens. The next book is one that I've actually already started. That is Ascendant by Michael R. Miller. I was sent this book by the author, and I was so excited when I got emailed asking if I wanted a copy of this, because I've wanted to read this book for quite some time, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. This is I think it's YA technically. The main character is like 15, so sure, why not? It's YA. I know Bookborn just did an interview with the author on her channel. I'll go ahead and link that video down below, and it got me even more hyped to read it, and then it was like a sign. It showed up on my doorstep like the very same day. So yeah, I've already jumped into this. I think I'm gonna really love it. So very excited to read this and continue on with the series this year. So it's good. And the last book that I wanted to talk to you about that I'm planning on reading this month is another one of my current reads actually. It's one that I have a NetGalley e-arc for, and that is Slow Dance by Rainbow Rowell. I have not read a Rainbow Rowell book in so long. Like, it's been... Well, I reread one of her books a couple years ago, but before that it had been like maybe 8 years. I was really excited about this book though, Slow Dance, because it was a return for Rainbow Rowell to her contemporary books. It has been a long time since she's written a contemporary book, and this is also not YA, it's adult. So I was really excited. I requested it as soon as I saw it. I got approved, and I started it like immediately, and I'm already over halfway through, and I am loving this so much more than I thought I was going to. Like, I'm so invested. This tells the story of two friends who were best friends in high school, and both of them always kind of thought they would end up together, but neither of them ever did anything about it. And then they drifted apart, and now it's 15 years later, and they reunite at their other friend's wedding, and it just kind of is this unpacking of their history and their relationship, and them wondering if they can possibly reconcile these past 15 years of silence between them and all of their history. And it goes from there, and I was immediately, almost immediately invested in these two and their relationship, which never happens to me. I usually just don't really care about romance in a book, but these two, I just need them to work it out. I need them to get together, and I'll be upset if it doesn't happen, but given Rainbow Rowell's record, I could see that happening. So we'll see what happens. I'm really enjoying Slow Dance though. If you're on NetGalley, totally recommend requesting this book. It's fantastic. It's so good. The writing is amazing, and I cannot wait to finish this maybe tonight. If not tonight, then definitely this week. So yeah, but that's it. Those are all the books that I'm really hoping to get to in February. Given my nature, things will probably shift. I've been really enjoying the Kate Daniels books, and if my hold for the 4th book in that series comes up, then I'll definitely be reading that. We'll just have to wait and see what else happens though. So tune into my February wrap-up in a few weeks to see how messed up and off the path I went. We'll just have to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching this video though. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these and which ones you think I'm going to enjoy. Cannot wait for a lot of these. Many of these are actually books that I've been meaning to read for a very long time. So I think it's going to be a great month. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.